Hey, it's Erin. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're still training hard. Today I wanted to talk about the psychological effects of isolation and disruption of routine, and ways that we can combat all of this and come out of this situation better off than when we went into it. I want to start by saying that the best changes in our lives are made during times of discomfort. And I'm not talking about just slight discomfort. This goes beyond all of that. This is stuff that's entirely out of our control. We're tossed into a situation where we're uncertain. We don't know what the outcome is. So that in and of itself can really encourage growth and change within a person. Now, this just depends on what your mindset is. So you are either set up to make this metamorphosis, if you will, and completely change your life. And I look back to the times in my life where I hit rock bottom and I was more uncomfortable than I'd ever been in my entire life. And out of that, I vowed certain things. I vowed to be the best in the world at something. I vowed to make something of myself and take control of the situation, whatever way I could find. So the rest is kind of history. So I did go on to win 2 Olympias after that, and I had nothing to my name. In fact, I was like $50,000 in credit card debt and spent time at a women's shelter. So I'm pretty used to adversity. I know that a lot of you out there are. Some of you aren't. If you're not used to adversity or uncomfortable situations, this can be daunting, but take heart, because again, the most amazing transformations and changes in our lives can be seen during times like these. So let's go over some tips that you can use to metamorphosize, if that's a word, to completely change your life for the better during this time. The first tip is to establish a routine for yourself. So if you're out of work or if you're out of school, if you don't have that routine set up, create one for yourself. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. You can set it up the night before, but just make sure you're setting yourself up with a schedule. Have a time where you work out, have a time where you take a walk, plan your meals, plan your tasks, have your day set up for yourself, just like you would if you were running your current routine. We're all creatures of habit, and while our routines and schedules have been somewhat taken away from us, you do have the ability to create some normalcy. And once you have that sense of normalcy back in your life, once you're back to training every day, you're eating your meals on time, you're getting good sleep, you're, perhaps picking up hobbies, you're learning new things, you're making the most out of this time. It's just going to give you that sense of normalcy that everybody needs. Number 2, reassess and redefine those short-term goals. While we don't have access to a gym, it can be hard to make gains in strength or to gain muscle. That being said, there are tons of other things that you can work on. You can work on unilateral, which is single arm or single leg strength. You can improve core strength. You can certainly get leaner, maintain muscle, work on endurance. Whatever it might be, think about those goals for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Even if your goal is to gain muscle and lean down, you can still focus on that leaning down portion of that long-term goal and still reach your long-term goal just as quickly. So I want you to write down 1 or 2, possibly 3 goals in the next 4 to 6 weeks to really focus on. What this is going to do is it's going to give you that motivation to continue with those at-home workouts. Tip number 3. Reconnect or connect with real people. So a lot of times we're on social media, we have connections with people on Facebook or Instagram, what have you. So with those connections, they're great, but nothing takes the place of having a true and real friendship. So of course we're following safe distancing, or we're practicing safe distancing guidelines. So it's not possible to go meet your friend at a coffee shop, but you can pick up the phone and FaceTime, or you can Skype with someone that you've been close to and really just reestablish those connections with people. It's gonna make you feel a lot better. It's gonna help you feel less isolated. We're all in this together. We're all alone together in this. So pick up the phone and call your best friend from high school and catch up. Tip number 4, avoid fake news and avoid the endless scrolling of social media. We've all seen those posts on social media where someone knows someone who knows something that's top secret, and it is just basically a lie. But it's being spread throughout social media. It's adding to the hysteria. Just if you're going to consume information, make sure that it is from a credible source. There's a channel on YouTube called MedCram, and they're fantastic. They just report on peer-reviewed studies. The guy is an ER doctor, and he outlines it perfectly. So if you're looking to consume information, just make sure it's from a credible source, and make sure you're not over consuming things. And this can just lead to conflict of information and make this craziness that much worse. So just be careful who you follow. The endless scrolling on social media may take up time, but it also takes up a lot of energy. So try to put that energy into something more constructive. The last tip, practice self-care. And this may seem like a silly tip, but while we have a little bit of extra time, do an Epsom salt bath, do a little mud mask for yourself, put a deep conditioning mask in your hair, put your feet up, relax, listen to some music. This is stuff that we don't normally get to do in the busiest times. So while we have time, take 1 or 2 nights a week and just have 30 minutes to an hour to yourself. Maybe give yourself a manicure or a pedicure, apply some self-tanner, get all bronzed up. Whatever it might be, whatever makes you feel good is going to help the situation immensely. Those are my top tips for overcoming this situation and actually coming out of it a better person. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to click that little bell. And if you're looking for amazing home workouts, weekly live Q&A videos, and unlimited support, check out Fit You. It's my Facebook group. I come out with new workouts for you guys every single week, answer all your questions, and we do an hour-long weekly live Q&A. I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out. Now, if you want to see a live here on YouTube, please comment below and let me know. If you have some tips and tricks that have worked for you for making this situation better, please comment below too, because I'd like to see them, and I think we're all better off if we can share the things that have worked for us. So thanks for watching. Until next time, train hard at home, y'all. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.